Hey everyone, it's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been with you, but get used to seeing me. I have a feeling you're going to be seeing a lot of me in the next week or so, through the end of this week and the first of the next week. Have a lot of good stuff coming in. Have some really fun goodies to show you today. Lots of great holiday stuff and a few other things as well. First thing I wanted to tell you about are these alcohol markers that we are starting to carry. They are by Studio 71, which is a Doris company, so they've been around for a long time. These are double-ended alcohol markers. They have the chisel tip on one end, and they have a brush tip on the other end. I will tell you that I really like these better than the Spectrum Noir markers that we had carried in the past. I really like the brush tip on these a lot better, and these are not refillable, so that is one drawback to them. However, they are really nicely priced. These markers, the individual markers, sell for $3 a piece, so that is a lot less than the Copic markers. So if you like coloring with the alcohol markers but have kind of hesitated on buying the Copics because of the expense, or even if you already have some Copics, they are awesome markers, but maybe you want to add some additional colors, you might want to come in and check these out. There are a total of 70 colors. We do not have them all in stock right now. We kind of got these to fill in some that we did not have. We also have in a set. They do also come in several different sets. There's some 6 marker sets. There's, I think, a couple 12 marker sets and a 48 marker set. And we do have the Bright Primaries set in stock. And as you can see, this has your 3 primary colors, blue, red, and yellow, with a couple of variations of each. And these are pretty bright colors in that. The ones that we have in, a lot of them aren't the really bright colors because we needed to get in some of the more neutrals. You can see there's quite a few grays. There's warm grays, cool grays, and neutrals. There are some neutral kind of brown tones, but then there's also lots of pinks and reds and greens and purples and blues. So if you would like to check them out, just stop by sometime and say, hey, I'd like to try these markers out, and we'll let you give them a try and see what you think about them. Kind of skip around here. Next, I wanted to show you that we did get in some more Distress Oxide pads. These are not the new colors. Those will be coming soon, but we did have a special a couple of weeks ago where you could get double loyalty points not only on all the new Distress Oxides, but also any of the previous release ones that you ordered. You got double points, and so we had a number of people that took us up on that, so we do have some more of the colors from previous releases in a pretty good selection here. Tumbled Glass, Ice Spruce, which is one of my personal favorites, a good brown, and Gathered Twigs. There's a nice royal blue, Blueprint Sketch. Wild Honey is a gorgeous color. Hickory Smoke, Candied Apple, Spiced Marmalade, Mowed Lawn, Dusty Concord, and Aged Mahogany. I just might point out, if you're not familiar with the Distress Oxides, this is a piece that we did in a class a couple of weeks ago, and all of these leaves and foliage were background papers that were created with the Distress Oxide inks, and then we die cut them. It's one of my favorite things to do. Super easy. If you haven't ever done it before, stop by and I'll be happy to show you how to do it. I might also mention that these are really great inks to stamp with as well, because they are a blend of dye and pigment ink. They have much better coverage than the regular Distress inks do, even on solid and clear stamps. So they actually make really great ink pads to stamp with as well. All right, we got a lot of things if you're getting ready to work on your holiday crafts, which I hope you're thinking about it now that Halloween is here. It is downhill all the way to Christmas, so you better start planning. We got in some more Stickles. Stickles are always great for the holidays. And we got in some of your standard holiday colors. We got in gold and crystal, which is one of my favorite of the more or less clear Stickles. This one has a little bit of green glitter in it, so it's great for any kind of foliage or pine trees or things like that. We got in holly, which is a really pretty green that also has a little bit of red and gold in it. Of course, you have to have silver. And this is a really beautiful color. This one is called Mercury Glass, and it's kind of a metallic-y color, but almost like a kind of a rose gold color, which is really popular right now. So that one is really beautiful. And I also wanted to point out, I have not ever seen this one before, and I had to get it. This one is called Twinkle, and I'm not sure how much you can see. It mostly looks clear, but it has just a little bit of a blue cast to it, and then you can see it has some multicolored glitter in there. So I think that one would be really awesome for any kind of snowy scenes or things like that. Now, we also got in some other colors that you may not think of as your typical holiday colors. We have orange, and we have a pretty purple. This one is lavender, and we have yellow and turquoise. But I just want to remind you that rainbow is still really, really hot. And so these can be great colors to add on. This is a holiday card that Jan's going to be doing in her upcoming class, and you can see that we've added some of these colored stickles to these ornaments, and it really gives some extra pizzazz to those. So don't pass up the non-traditional colors. Anytime you could add sparkle to your project, it really makes that holiday pop. Speaking of rainbow, we got in some of the Lawn Fawn Really Rainbow papers. We have some more coming. Should have an order from Lawn Fawn coming next week, but we did get a few of the papers in ahead of that, and so you might want to check those out. Speaking of sparkle with the Stickles, another thing that is really great for adding sparkle to your projects is foil. And we've done quite a few things with foil here in the past, and we have a class coming up here in a couple of weeks, our holiday foil class. We're going to be doing some holiday cards and using foil on them and using some different techniques on them. So we got some more foils in and some other fun things. First of all, we got in a couple of the Gina K fancy foils. We had these before. We had these last year. This one is the glittering green, and this one is Radiant Red, and you can see both of these almost have like glitter in them. I mean, they don't feel like glitter, they're perfectly smooth, but they just have that little bit of extra something in them. And I just wanted to show you some samples. This one here, and these poinsettias, is using the Radiant Red. And here on this card is the glittering green. And I might point out this one. This one is one that has silver, and these were all done with the Gina K Foil-It sheets, which I do have some of these coming in. They should be here early next week. So this is one easy way to add foil to your holiday projects. But if you want to know some other ways, definitely check out our foil class. Let me just show you some of the other foils that we have in. These are all Deco Foils from ThermoWeb. ThermoWeb makes some of our favorite foils. They also make the Gina K foils. This one here is teal. I love teal and red together for Christmas, so I had to be sure and get that. This one is copper. And this is pewter. We went with a little bit different metallics instead of just your gold and silver, and that one is really hard to see. I think it just looks really dark, but it is really pretty, kind of a shiny gray pewter color. This one here is really fun. This is iridescent, so you can see it almost has a rainbow effect as you move it in the light. It's mostly silver, but as you turn it, you pick up all those other colors in there. This one is rose gold, and I really like this one. This isn't as pinky as some of the rose golds are, and it is really pretty. It's not quite as dark as I think it's showing up for you all there. It's very pretty. Because I love the red and the blue together, I also got in this aqua. It's a little bit paler than the teal color. And I guess there is another iridescent. So I may have another one that I forgot to show you. But so have those foils in. A couple of other fun things that we may be using in our foil class. These are also from ThermoWeb in their Deco Foil line. This is an adhesive pen, so you can actually use it to write with and then foil what you do. And we also got back in some more of the Deco Foil transfer gel. You can use this with stencils and then foil it. Looking forward to trying that maybe with some of the new Tim Holtz shifter stencils, and I think that would be really fun. All right, just a few more things to show you here. Got in another one of the Sizzix Christmas dies. This is the Merry Moose. We had this in last week, but they were all snatched up by pre-orders, and so we got a few more in. I just think he is so hilarious, and I really, really like this tree that comes with this as well. So, like that a whole lot. Also got in some of the new Tim Holtz Christmas ephemera from Ideology. This one is the Christmas Noel ephemera, and it just has all the different little pieces in here. There's a total of 58 pieces, all different fun things, different sizes, and you can see there's a little Santa cut out. Also got in the new paper dolls. These are the new Christmas paper dolls. These are amazing. Look at that tree in there. You get a total of 43 pieces in here. And this one here is called Quote Chips, and I am hoping to do a 3D mixed media project next month, and so I got these in. I'm hoping to be able to use those on it. You get, I don't know how many you get, but you can see you get a lot of those, and those are pretty good size. They're all red with the white lettering on them. And last but not least is the latest entry in Tim's salvage line. You might recall the deer from last year or a couple years ago. This one is the snowman, and I'm hoping to be able to use them in my piece as well. I'm hoping I can glitter him all up. So anyhow, those are some fun things that we have in for you. I hope that if you have some time this week, you'll stop by and see us. In addition to all this goodness, we still have our Flora and Fauna holiday release trunk show here, so lots of great things to check out. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Stay safe if you're out there with any little trick-or-treaters, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.